It's another hockey night in Pittsburgh, and if you're like me, you don't like standing in line. So why don't you order Penguin season tickets? And as you're about to see, there's a ticket plan for every fan. And all the plans come at a great discount. The full season plan gives you the biggest per game discount of all. You won't miss a minute of action as you'll get tickets to all 41 regular season home games. Full season purchasers can take advantage of the only 12-month payment plan in all of professional sports. That's as long as 12 months over which to spread the cost of your season tickets, and it's all interest-free. Full season ticket holders can also take advantage of a ticket return plan and their own personal sales representative, somebody who's always just a phone call away. With the People's Choice Plan, you choose the 30 games you want to attend. That's the 30 games you want to see at a discounted per game price. The half-season plan gives you two options. The Gold plan is 20 pre-selected games, and the Black plan gives you 21 pre-selected home games, all at a great discount. The Sampler plan gives you a choice of 4 different pre-selected 10 and 11 game mini plans, again at a great discount. The Flex Coupon Book features 10 discounted coupons, each redeemable for a Penguins ticket. The coupons can be used in any combination, 1 coupon for each of 10 games, 2 coupons for each of 5 games, or all 10 coupons for 1 game. As I said, with the Penguins, there's a plan for every fan. All season ticket plans and Flexbook holders will receive playoff ticket priority over the general public. For information on Penguin ticket plans, just call 642-PENS. Operators are standing by now to take your call. Looking for a great night out for 20 or more of your friends, relatives, or co-workers? Try a Penguin home game. Groups of 20 or more can receive a great discount. Just pick a game and call the Pens at 642-PENS. If you're more interested in tickets for individual Penguins games, then call 333-SEAT. Those operators are seated. Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Fill your tickets for help. Hey, you want to be like a Stanley Cup champion? Well, support your life-saving team and give blood. Remember, every day there are people desperately needing blood, ill or injured patients that need your help. Call and make an appointment today to give blood.
Hi, Stevie. Let me give you a hand. That wasn't too hard.
Back, we're between periods numbers 2 and 3 of Game 4 of the 1991 Stanley Cup Finals. The Penguins started the night down 2-1 to the Minnesota North Stars. Came out roaring, 3-0, a first period lead, and they kind of let that dwindle to 4-3. Paul Steigerwald, your memories of that game in particular?
Well, I think that they were in the finals, and they were so anxious to win that series, and every win was so huge. When you get up a 3-0 lead at that point, you build that kind of a lead that early in a hockey game. You start wanting the game to be over real fast, and the clock just seems to tick and tick. It takes forever for the game to end, and I think what happens in a game like that is that maybe you start forgetting about all the little things you had to do to get to that 3-0 lead and all the things you want to do to try to protect it. I think the Penguins probably at that point of the series showed their anxiety or the fact that they were really anxious to get the whole thing over with and go on and win the Stanley Cup, and that's probably why they blew the lead, but fortunately they were able to hang on.
Paul, as long as you were around the Penguins as an announcer, a marketing guy, before that even a fan, in that particular playoff, when did you really start believing that they could win the Stanley Cup?
Well, after they knocked off the Washington Capitals in the second round, Mike Lang and I were on a plane. We were sitting in the front seat of an airplane, and we were just talking, and Mike said, I really believe we can win the Stanley Cup. And we just kind of started talking about it, and he kind of convinced me at that point. We hadn't really thought about it a whole lot, you know. Hey, we were just lucky and happy to be as far as we had gone in the playoffs at that point. You know, we'd only made the playoffs once in the previous 8 years. So all of a sudden it started to dawn on us that the Penguins were a team that had everything you needed to win, that certain teams were eliminated, and by God, they could actually go on and win this thing. And we believed they were better than Boston at that time. So I think it was right around that time that they were starting to play the Boston Bruins that we felt they would win the Stanley Cup.
And nevertheless, they wind up losing the first game of every series, the first 2 games of the Boston series. And I think it was natural for the fans and maybe even some of the media and maybe even some of the players to think at the beginning of each of those series, here we go again, same old Penguins.
Yeah, there was that feeling. I remember feeling at one point that everything was going against us, that the Penguins were the better team. The Boston Bruins obviously had a 2-game lead, but the Penguins really believed that they were the better team, and we felt that way too, which didn't necessarily mean that we thought they were going to go on and win the series, but we had that to draw upon, that strength of knowing that the Penguins were the better team. You have to win 7 games, and with a guy like Badger Bob Johnson around constantly reminding us that you got to win 4, and talking about it the way he did, I think it gave everybody cause to think that the Penguins could come back. So I don't think anybody really ever panicked at any point.
Unbelievable to think that they win that first cup and then half a year later the Badger passes away. What is the single memory you have of that playoffs, that spring, of Bob Johnson?
I think probably during the course of the Boston series when Mike Milbury went nuts and started screaming and called him a professor of goonism. And then he turned it around on him. He started talking about Andy Moog building up snow around the goal posts of the goal cage and all the little things that the Boston Bruins were doing to try to set an advantage for them, or a psychological advantage or whatever. I think that that's what I remember most, how he handled the media after games and used what he said in those sessions between games and after games to help his team psychologically get an advantage against his opponents.
Paul Steigerwald was there. The first Cup run, 1991. The Penguins and Minnesota North Stars were between periods 2 and 3 of game number 4. The Pens had a 3-0 lead. They're still holding on 4-3, but fighting for some dear life. After these messages, we'll show you what happened in period number 3.
It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh, and there's a season ticket plan for every fan. The full season plan gives you the biggest per-game discount of all. You won't miss a minute of the action, as you'll get tickets to all 41 regular season home games. Full season purchasers can take advantage of the only 12-month payment plan in all of professional sports. That's as long as 12 months over which to spread the cost of your season tickets. And it's interest-free. Full season ticket holders can also take advantage of a ticket return plan and their own personal sales representative, someone who's always just a phone call away. With a People's Choice plan, you choose the 30 games that you want to attend. That's the 30 games you want to see at a discounted per-game price. The half-season plan gives you 2 options. The Gold plan is 20 pre-selected games, and the Black plan gives you 21 pre-selected home contests, all at a great discount. The Sampler plan gives you a choice of 4 different pre-selected 10 and 11-game mini plans, again at a great discount. The Flex Coupon Book features 10 discounted coupons, each redeemable for a Penguin ticket. The coupons can be used in any combination. 1 coupon for each of 10 games, 2 coupons for each of 5 games, or all 10 coupons for 1 game. As I said, with the Penguins, there's a plan for every fan. All season ticket plans and Flex Book holders will receive playoff ticket priority over the general public. For information on Penguin ticket plans, just call 642-PENS. Operators are standing by now to take your call. Looking for a great night out for 20 or more of your friends, relatives, or co-workers? Well, try a Penguin home game. Groups of 20 or more can receive a great discount. Just pick a game and call the Pens at 642-PENS. If you're more interested in tickets for an individual Penguins game, then call 333-SEAT. You got to be a season ticket holder to believe it.
You're watching an encore presentation of Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup hockey on the KBL Sports Network.
Before you order an ice brewed beer,
Ice me.
remember, all ice beers start cold. But most are heat pasteurized. Not cool. So ask for...
But ice?
It's ice brewed and cold filtered, so it starts cold and stays cold.
You got any ice?
Get real cold with Icy Smooth Bud Ice and new 96-calorie Bud Ice Light.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pule, pule. Watch it now, watch it. Viejo, viejo.
locally by your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer, Dick's Clothing and Sporting Goods, and Health America.
I remember. Penguins lead the North Stars 4-3. When we start the third period, Minnesota will have a penalty that will last 6 seconds, or the Penguins will, and then the North Stars will come up with a shorthanded situation. Frontier scoring to make it 4-1 Pittsburgh in the second period at 9:55, his third of the playoffs. With the North Stars cashing in. Dave Gagne's had a 3-point night tonight. Beautiful skating by Gagne, set up prop, and he whipped it through the legs, it appeared, of goaltender Barrasso to get him. Get his 8th of the year, and then Mike Modano with a big booming shot on a 2-man advantage for the North Stars. That hit something on the way.
That might have hit Gordy Roberts' stick now that I see it again. The way it jumped up into the net.
Well, the Penguins may never have a better chance than they have right now to win a game in this building in this series. They have the lead 4-3 going to the final period. They're 9-1 when they have the lead. After 2. In the playoffs to date, and Larry Murphy giving the puck to Lemieux, and it's to Paul Coffey, and he starts because the Penguins go on a power play right away. And on the ice comes Bob Airy. He'll go to the bench, and Stevens comes on. And Coffey will set it up for Larry Murphy. Penguins 0 for 3 on the power play. This is their 4th opportunity. Minnesota unofficially 2-4-6, and here's Murphy cutting back into the Penguins in down the right wing, offside of the Penguins. Recchi just a step inside, a stride inside that blue line.
Well, Mike, you know, nothing to do with what's going on right now, but just watching the replay again of Gagne's goal, a couple of times Gagne has come in and pulled up at the blue line and kind of curled and gone across that high slot area and got the defense to back up with the winger going wide to the net. The Penguins are going to have to figure out how to deal with that. I think the defenseman on the far side is going to have to worry about the guy going to the net and let that other guy charge out at Gagne, because 2 defensemen backing in isn't getting the job done, and he's done it a few times here tonight.
And Mark Tenardi from the face-off. The North Stars won another one. Brings it back into the Penguins' zone. But Mario Lemieux strips him in the pocket. Here's Paul Coffey with 18 seconds to go on the penalty. Coffey to the North Stars line. He'll cut in. Shoot it down the boards. Taken away. Coffey is hit on the play. And it bounces through the center. And the North Stars have a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Broughton with Tenardi. Broughton the right side. Comes in. Goes to Tenardi in front. But he fanned on it. He was hit by Recchi as he tried to let the shot go too. Broughton is over. Broughton could not get that pass low to the ice. Coffey having trouble. Shot by Broughton, and that's stopped by goaltender Barrasso.
He's struggling, Mike. He's hurting the Penguins right now.
And Stevens now gunning his way back into the North Star zone. Takes a wrist shot. That'll be deflected. It goes right behind the Minnesota goal. The North Stars capture it. And they swing it ahead to center. Backpedaling with Grant Jennings. Gagne comes in against him. Dumping inside the blue line with Samuelson. Turns it away. And the North Stars set up shop at their own zone. Ryan Glenn. Push it up ahead to the left wing to Gagne. He's been the hot hand. Why not get him the puck? And they will. They shoot it around the Penguin goal. To the near side, Bork up in. Bobby Smith. Well, he does go on. And Ronnie Francis whips it by Joey Mullen. Will be an icing call. No, it's going to be waved off. And Casey now turns it over to Dave Gagne. Francis checked him neatly. Forced the puck in around the goal. Neil Wilkinson. The North Stars defenseman will pull up back behind his own net. The North Stars won Game 1 in Pittsburgh 5-4. And one that went right down to the wire. And you have that feeling this one might be the same way. Paul Stanton cruising back, going behind his own net. Penguin rookie defenseman. He went up ahead of the right wing of Mullen, came off his stick, and Pack now has to race in to get it in the corner. Jimmy Pack around the boards, lost it to Bobby Smith. He centers, but the Penguins break it up, and Francis lost the puck to Walt Dahlin. He'll hit Dahlin now to the right of the Penguin net. Dahlin trying to work away from that check. Got by Francis. Where's the puck? It's still along the board. Barrasso watching very intently. With it, Dahlin comes out, centers it, and went off Barrasso's stick, and right to Paul Stanton. And flip it ahead towards the Minnesota net. Casey's going to have to play that puck. Wilkinson will take it from him. 17:20 to go in regulation. 4-3. The Penguins lead here in Game 4. And up ahead in the play to Broughton. Breaks to the Penguins zone to Gavin. A slap shot down low, and Barrasso able to deny that. Shot, and he has it with a face-off, and the Penguins in. We'll be back in a moment. 4-3 Pittsburgh on the Penguins Hockey Network.
I remember covering training camp in Johnstown, and Eddie Johnston, in his first go-around as coach, sitting down at a lunch table at a hotel in Johnstown, using salt and pepper shakers and sugar bowls to diagram plays.
You're watching an encore presentation of Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup hockey on the KBL Sports Network.
And the face-off to the left of Penguin goaltender Tom Barrasso. Trottier in against Broughton. And this time the Penguins win the face-off. And Gordy Roberts trying to poke it out of the zone. He can't do it. Trottier is over. Loose puck put it right in front. Broughton's there. His shot stopped by Barrasso right in front from point-blank range. Barrasso robbing Neil Broughton, and the North Stars do not tie the game. They came dangerously close to doing that as Neil Broughton gave Tommy Barrasso a half a dozen moves, but he couldn't beat the Penguin goaltender, and the save of the night right there by Tom Barrasso.
Gordy Roberts threw the puck over to the far boards, and the North Stars walked out of there with it. Broughton was all alone in front of the net, backhanded one, but didn't get anything on it. Roberts just couldn't get out. Gavin shut him off. The puck went off the boards. Trottier was pinned too. He was interfered with so that he couldn't get to the puck on the boards.
Boy, Broughton did. He pulled Barrasso down, but Tommy hung tough down on the ice, and Broughton could not get it up over his ball and body and put it in.
Here we go with another face-off in the Penguins' end. The territorial advantage has been extremely lopsided.
Penguins built an early 3-0 lead the first 2 minutes and 58 seconds of this hockey game, and now they're holding on. The North Stars put it in front, but Jimmy Pack goalie whips it ahead to Trottier. Dahlquist slams into the ice, and the puck through to center. And Mark Tenordi. And in the puck it comes to Mike Modano. Modano trying to avoid Trottier. He does, and Modano to the Penguin line. Comes in, but he can't beat another man. Played by Stanton to center. Tenordi wheels that one behind the Penguin cage. And behind his netminder Barrasso is Paul Stanton. He'll come up. The right wing to Trottier. He's been out quite a bit on this shift, and he flips it into the zone. Area and Loney go in. The Chambers comes after the puck and wheeled around the boards, and the North Stars hang it back to center. Trottier trying to force it into the zone. He can't do it. Still a loose puck. Back and forth they go. And here on the right wing is Brian Propp. Decked by Grant Jennings. And Jennings goes for the puck and he handles it. Off to the right wing. Good Trottier. Finding Troy Loney. Shooting to the North Stars goal. They'll turn and go to the bench. The Penguins put new troops out here. Trying to get Lemieux's line on here with Recchi and Bourque.
They want to get Lemieux out against Chambers as much as they can.
And it'll be Bobby Smith with Bellows and Dolan back together and off the stick and into the seats behind the penalty box. 4-3 Penguins here in the third period right here on the Pittsburgh Penguins Hockey Network.
Vision, your exclusive television source for 12 of the Penguins' top matchups this season. Purchase the full 12-game package from your local cable company, and you'll get the Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers, Wayne Gretzky's LA Kings, the Bruins, Canadiens, Devils, and more. The Pens' best games, live and commercial-free. Full-season subscribers also get a special discount price on any Penn Vision playoff games. Penn Vision is a snap to order. Just pick up a phone and call your cable company today.
Minnesota has won 8 in a row. The goaltenders, John Casey and Tom Barrasso, in the playoffs. After losing their opening home game against Chicago, they've won 8 straight and trying to make it 9 in a row. And they have gone 22-2 in the last 24 at home. And Larry Murphy spins it up to center to Lemieux. Lemieux on the right wing to Bourque. Recchi goes to the net. Bourque's right there. Handles it. Try to feed it in front. And he's passed. Deflected by Mark Tenordi. Brian Bellows of Minnesota. Hooked it back to center, and Larry Murphy's going to fire it right back to the net, and John Casey will make that save. Well, the Penguins tapped in for 3 quick ones, but since that time they haven't been able to get anything but the 1 goal by Trottier by. And it's a big goal that Trottier got. And you remember in the second period. Here's Bobby Smith. And again, the North Stars on the attack. But Recchi steals the pass up to the left wing to Kevin Stevens, who just got on board. Stevens to the Minnesota end on the left wing, went to Lemieux, and the pass behind him. And the North Stars are going to have a chance going the other way with Gavin Duchesne. Trailing the play is Glenn. Gavin will give it to Glenn now. He'll break down deep. Center in front. Man right there. Broughton right there. Turns, shoots. Missed the net. Now it squirts free and it comes off the near side. Kevin Stevens down the left wing, and a big break it was. Broughton missed the net. How often do you see that?
3 Penguins trapped again.
And Gaetan Duchesne, right wing with the Penguins in against Ronnie Francis. Pulls back to Broughton. Fires that one. That's stopped by Barrasso. The rebound stopped by the Penguin goaltender. And Ronnie Francis Knocked it away off the boards, but not out. Again, the North Stars with Bryden behind the goal. Neil Bryden, wheel and deal. Out. His pass for Chambers. He came in deep, couldn't get it. And Joey Mullen of Pittsburgh over to get it. He's sandwiched and punched and knocked down. Play goes on. Stevens trying to get it out. He'll run into one of the North Stars, and Elf Samuelson has the puck. Samuelson to the right wing. Chambers trying to slow him down. He'll poke it into the corner, and it carries behind the goal. 13:59 to go in the third period. Pittsburgh 4, Minnesota 3. Penguins seeing everything and the kitchen sink as they stand in mass here, in at least to this half of the building where we're broadcasting from. They've been standing the whole period. On the right wing to Yager. Yager goes. Intended for Trunty, but off the stand. Right point. A shot right on, and that stop made by Casey. The North Stars turn and go the other way. They dish it out to Modano, and he has stood up neatly on a good check there by one of the Penguins. That was Jim Pack who took Modano right into the action. Lifted back from the Minnesota zone, and Dahlquist hurries into the left wing for Wilkinson. He's into Pittsburgh ice. His attempted pass broken up by Yager. Yager ahead out of Bob Airy, and he has a little room to work with against Dahlquist. Comes down, looks for a trailer, can't find anybody. Instead it goes to Pack now at the left side. Shooter in behind the net. Frontier looking for Yager. Can't get it to him. Frontier watching Wilkinson give the puck to Dahlquist. Outlet pass beyond the reach of Dave Gagne, and at center ice, Larry Murphy shoots it right back in. Will the Penguins make another change? They will. They hurry a line change on here. The Penguins changing very quickly. 12:54 to go in the third. Here's Bork ahead of Lemieux on the right side of the North Stars. In a reach shot stopped by Casey. Lemieux gets it back. He shoots it up the side of the net. He was hit on the play by Wilkinson. Now Bork trying to get himself free. He and Dahlquist collided. And here come the North Stars on the attack. Bobby Smith to the left wing of the Penguin zone. Turns around. Has to wait for his mates to get onside. Bobby Smith, the Mark Tedordi of Minnesota. Cuts into the Penguins end, and we have an offside call. 12:32 to go in the third period. Stay on board. It's been a great one. 4-3 Pittsburgh on the Penguins Hockey Network.
We talk to you every night on the TV. We'd like to meet you in person on the water. Here's how.
First, you practice rowing a lot. No, really. We're going on the Carnival Superliner, the Ecstasy. It's the Sports Beat Cruise, January 20th through the 23rd.
We'll be leaving from Miami, going to Nassau, the Bahamas, and back again.
It's only $5.89 per person, plus port charges, includes all meals and airfare from any city east of the Rocky Mountains.
Call 1-800-354-8761 or your local AAA office.
You're watching an encore presentation of Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup hockey on the KBL Sports Network.
And for a little while there, it looked like there were 4 Neil Brottons on the ice. He was just controlling play in the Penguin zone. He had the great chance in front on the backhand. Barrasso stopped him. Then he got one in front. He would cut across on Barrasso. Tommy poked it away for a moment, and then he shot it wide of the net. Just that little move by Barrasso probably forced him to shoot the puck wide. He challenged, he gambled a little, but he won the gamble.
And from center ice, the North Stars set it up again with 12.5 to go in regulation. Jimmy Johnson blasting that puck behind Barrasso off to the near boards. It will come to Bellows, now to Wolf Dahlen. North Stars have scored 2 power play goals, one of those on a 2-man advantage in the second period. And it squirts free. Lemieux after it gets Bobby Smith. Lemieux wins that battle, and ahead down to Mark Recchi. Recchi back to Lemieux. He gets to the North Stars line. He is hit on the play by Jim Johnson. Minnesota corrals the puck. They have possession, and Mark Tinordi swing it ahead of Walt Dahlen to the Penguin zone. Drop pass to Bellows. Bellows had it stopped by Murphy, and he just turns it back to center. Johnson will shoot it in. The North Stars go to a line change, allowing the Penguins to bring it out of their own end. Gordy Roberts hit by Gavin, dump it away to the North Stars blue line. Chambers and left winger goes to Bryden. Standing tall into the Penguins end. Drop pass off left side. A clean shot. Missed the net. And now around the goal, Gavin is hit. Puck work back to center. Stevens after Chambers from behind. Trying to pick his pocket. He does a bit and forces it up into the North Star zone. Stevens and Chambers belting each other after that play on the boards.
Penguins haven't been using the boards as well ever since the first period. Gordy Roberts just chipped one off the boards, and Francis wasn't expecting it. Earlier in the game, they were doing that on purpose, and everybody was expecting it.
Bryden got around the check by Stevens into the Penguins in. He comes down, put it in front, and a nice defensive play by Samuelson. Penguins counterattack. Samuelson to Kevin Stevens with Mullen on the right wing. Stevens into the zone, down the right wing, and Jimmy Johnson got a piece of him, forced the bad pass. Mullen goes for the puck, so does Bryden. Still at the Minnesota blue line. Now it's worked free across that line. Mullen is hit from behind by Duchesne, and he'll return the favor and hit him. Trottier working the boards with those skates. He's a master at it, Trottier is. Scored it free, but Modano is right there to pick up the puck. North Stars go to a quick change. Very quick line changes by both clubs here in the third period. Great skating. Down the right wing, Wilkinson going over to Brian Propp. Shoot it in deep behind the net. Samuelson after it, so is Wilkinson. Wilkinson centered it. And they send those defensemen in still here. The North Stars do. They're not going to change. Penguins come back and might have a 2-on-1. Trottier with Erie. It's late on the shift. Trottier right side. Wilkinson that's right. Put it in front. Erie runs right into the goal post. He was hit by Jimmy Johnson as he went in, but Bob Erie caught the goal post, and he will get himself back up. 10:24 to go in period number 3. Pittsburgh 4, Minnesota 3 on the Penguins Hockey Network.
I'd go to the games if the Penguins never won another game, but the greatest thing about what they've accomplished the last couple of years to me, being a native of this town, is all the other people that have come to appreciate the game of hockey, and now everybody likes it.
Trottier did a good job of pushing the puck ahead of himself so that he could gain speed, and then he picked it up again as he came across the blue line and backhanded it right through the goal mouth. Erie just got there a half-second late because Jimmy Johnson did a good job of tying him up. He knew what Erie was up to. Bobby loves to go to the net in situations like that.
Brian Trottier told me today, we were talking about the thing, and he said, you know, even in games sometimes you don't play as well as the other team in that very deliberate attack, but you score more goals than they do, and you win the game. That's exactly how he said it. And right now the Penguins lead 4-3. Here's Recchi. Kick the puck into the near boards. Minnesota territory, goes after it, gets it back. Now trying to find Lemieux in front. Bourque and Recchi both go in behind the net. Now Tenardi gets up and he has a piece of it. Bourque's all over him. Bill Bourque really working hard in the third period against Tenardi, and Recchi's over also. Lemieux plants himself in front of the net, but here come the North Stars. 1-2 Penguins trapped. 3-on-2 to balance, and Bobby Smith denied by Paul Stanton. And the North Stars are offside. Big defensive play by rookie Paul Stanton. One of the Penguins is hurt. Back up ice. It's Phil Bourque.
The cheap shot. Something happened behind the play here. Tenardi. Bourque went into the corner.
And now Lemieux talks to Tenardi along the bench in the Minnesota bench area.
Bourque gets up here. He tried to take Tenardi's legs out from under him, and an elbow to Bourque's head.
9:57 left here in the third period. And the Penguins are looking to the linesman to help make the call, but under the rules, they can't make it. Collins. And now Van Hellemond is saying to Dahlquist, I'm going to give him a, you look like he's going to give a penalty here?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he can, other than a minor penalty.
Dahlquist had to stick between Lemieux's legs. Look where his stick is right now. Unbelievable. Lemieux actually got an interference call in the second period. That double minor penalty. Lemieux picked up an interference penalty for bumping into Bellows, who was standing in front of the goaltender.
The assignment now against Bobby Smith.
Normally the referee is looking back, Mike, on a play like that to see what's happening behind the play. Van Hellemond didn't see that particular hit by Tenardi.
Jimmy Johnson shoots into the Penguin net. The Penguins trying to clear. They can't. Smith shoots it and he went wide. Now Brian Bellows of Minnesota in the left wing corner. Troy Loney being worked over by Ulf Dahlin. Loney trying to kick it free and move it up the boards, but Lemieux is there also, and Mario comes after and that long reach he gets and comes back on a 2-on-1 with Loney. Lemieux on the right side comes down against Jimmy Johnson. Lemieux will probably take the shot himself down, turns it on the backhand, stopped by Johnson, I believe, who got the body over to make that save on Lemieux. Lemieux on the near boards trying to pull it up the wood and go in. He can't. Ulf Dahlin lost his helmet. Wade over to the point, but not out. Here is Loney now to Recchi, and he shoots it. He is decked by Brian Glenn. And back to center come the North Stars, and they shoot it in. And that'll be stopped by goaltender Barrasso. Francis around the boards. Mark Recchi looking for the puck, and he has it. He is hit on a check by Mark Bureau. Took a knee and a leg into him. Mark Tenardi of Minnesota. Back it goes to Sean Chambers. Chambers to Tenardi with 8:55 to go in the third period. 4-3, the Penguins lead. And whistle down the boards into the Penguins end. Barrasso put it in the corner. Jimmy Packas able to play the puck, but not out. Ronnie Francis looking for Joe Mullen. Ahead it goes to Stevens. Back 1-on-1 against Chambers. Stevens on the right wing trying to turn him around. Stops now. Looks and fires it. And went right over the head of goaltender John Casey. Stars. Pop it up, and Paul Stanton hit heavily by Stuart Gavin as he turns it down the boards into the Minnesota end of the rink. Brian Glenn defensively for Minnesota. He is hit by Trottier. Off his skates he goes. And Sean Chambers, the North Star defenseman, whack it up in behind the Penguin net. Barrasso very coolly comes out behind the goal and sets the puck up for Jimmy Pack. Now to Stanton. Look to the headman of the puck to Yager. That won't connect. Back and forth they go at center. Yager's after the biscuit. He lost to the Modano, though. Modano moving in with Yager all over him. Around the boards. Open man is Gagne. He's been a hot hand. Look out. Pack will step into him. Trying to tie it up in the corner. Stanton's there also. Both Penguin defensemen are right in that corner now. Be careful here. The play is going to go on. Van Helmon's made him work all night long. And finally the whistle's out. Pack is on top of that puck. 7:46. Andy has not called too many whistles with play in the corner in this game tonight. 4-3 Penguins. 7:46 left in regulation on the Penguins Hockey Network.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jaromir Jagr, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And you. They're going to put you all in the movies. Be in the crowd on September 29th, October 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 10th for the shooting of the major motion picture Sudden Death starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I think you plan too far ahead.
Make your plans in advance to join the crowd scenes at the arena. Free food and drink and lots of prizes. Lights, camera, and action.
You're watching an encore presentation of Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup Hockey on the KBL Sports Network.
(38-21) are the shots. The fans come to their feet here at the Met Center. As the coaches think about what they're going to do here for the last 7 minutes and 46 seconds of regulation time.
Well, the Penguins are starting to get some chances back on 2-on-1s.
Yeah, they are.
And you do that enough with a Penguin team, you're going to pay the price. They're trying everything they can, the North Stars are, to tie this game. They're throwing the kitchen sink at Barrasso.
They're getting good support in the corners, Mike. When that first man goes in to get the puck, they're getting a second man in a hurry to help him out, try to come out with that loose puck. They're very good on the puck. They always have two men on it, and they do it consistently all over the ice.
And Dahlin is sent back to the bench, and Mark Bureau comes on. Bureau with Smith and Bellows. Game 5 will be in Pittsburgh on Thursday night. Ronnie Francis in against Bobby Smith to the left of Tom Barrasso. And they make it difficult to broadcast, folks. We're going to have to stand up now to stay above the people. And here goes to Jennings, avoided a check by Bureau. And Loney whips that one out of the zone and back to center. For the North Stars blue line, Mark Tenorti.
That's a little play Loney made there. That's a big play.
Bobby Smith pushing up inside the line. And again, Loney clears the zone. Dahlquist defensively. Gave it away. Loney got his skates on it. Could he stop it? And again, he forces it away from the North Stars. They regain possession, though, and Bobby Smith put it in the Penguins' end. Samuelson dish it off to Jennings, and they'll relay it ahead for Brian Trottier. Off his stick, right to the North Stars' Tenorti. Penguins lead 4-3. Good checking by Troy Loney here on this shift. And now he hits one of the North Stars in the face. He goes down as Tenorti. A big collision in the corner. And Tenorti's on the ice, laying back as though he's hurt now as Loney collided with his counterpart, number 24, Mark Tenorti.
He's cut. No.
They were both reaching for the puck, and it'll be interesting to see as Van Helleman looks the scene over. Jaromir Jagr slams his stick down and looks as though the Penguins are going to have a penalty again.
Might be a 5-minute major. Everything seems to be going Minnesota's way. Maybe it won't this time. Actually, though, to be quite honest about it, the Penguins have had so many breaks in this hockey game with the people missing open nets.
Pittsburgh here in the third period, and we'll return on the Penguins Hockey Network.
You're watching an encore presentation of Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup hockey on the KBL Sports Network.
I think the key word for Pittsburghers is Loyal. They are extremely loyal to not only their players and teams, but people that work for them too. And I think that's the greatest thing.
For more than 60 years, Allegheny Lumber has been a name synonymous with quality hardware and lumber products. That great tradition continues today with the Schreckengost family. Qualified professionals assist in product selection and application. We now carry a large selection of name brand power tools, and as always, a complete line of building products for homeowners, contractors, and industry. And you get prompt free delivery too. Come on in and get to know us, the friendly people who make things work for you. Allegheny Lumber under the bridge in Tarentum.
Since 1929, one insurance agency has stood apart in the AK Valley by providing outstanding customer service. The Altany Insurance Agency. For the second straight year, voted best insurance agency in a Valley News Dispatch readers poll. The Allegheny Chamber of Commerce presented the Altany Insurance Agency with the 1994 Small Business of the Year Award, an award voted on by the U.S. Small Business Administration based on staying power, growth, and contributions to the community. Ron Altany, Dale Blahan, Mike Douglas. The tradition continues. The Altany Insurance Agency.
Their best hockey of the year right now to stop the North Stars. And it'll take a big performance, you would think, from Tom Barrasso in a 5-minute major penalty. And remember this, too, that they can tie the game, but they still work with a power play because it is a 5-minute major. They can score as many goals as they can put in the net during that time.
You know how they score goals. They get 1, they get 2, 3. Sometimes a big lead early in a game is the toughest thing you can deal with because you're automatically fighting the clock. You're thinking, when we got to get this game over with. We got the big lead. Let's just protect the lead, and then the next thing you know,
well, wait till you check.
Don't have it anymore. And I'm telling you, the shots are just so lopsided at this point. 38-21. There's no question.
Yeah, but Paul, listen. I mean, the total number of times that the North Stars have had the power play as compared to the Penguins is almost ridiculous. I mean, it's such a disparity. The Penguins have had a couple of penalties where they've had carryover, where they've had just a brief amount of time. This is an unbelievable minute difference that the North Stars have had.
I don't disagree.
One of the reasons why they've had the power play, they've got 2 power play goals. It is absolutely staggering. And here comes Madonna now, giving the puck to Brian Glenn. 2-man the power play on for the North Stars. They trail by 1. Now 11 for 5 minutes. Lemieux and Erie begin the penalty killing. Bellows dumps to the right wing corner of the Penguins in. Off the boards. Gagne steps in. Lost it to Gordy Roberts, but he can't clear. Madonna right side. Fires that one high and wide. Bellows up on her side. He is crunched by Bob Erie, and the Penguins should be able to throw a few checks now. And Lemieux after the puck. Got it back to center. And play is stopped. And an offside call against Minnesota. I'll tell you, you take the heart out of them here. You do not allow them to score, and the series may really swing in your favor. Very, very big way. Because you've taken their best. And if you can take their best and beat them, even with the odds stacked against you, and then you're going to see things turn. It might be the key of the series right here for the Penguins. The North Stars have shown they have a lot of firepower in this playoff year on the power play.
I'll say.
But at 5-on-5, they've not been a particularly strong team. The Penguins, on the other hand, have been a very strong team 5-on-5. But now they've got their work cut out for them. They're shorthanded. For the 7th time tonight, and the biggest of all. And how big is that goal by Trottier now? Huge. Gillen against Broughton. 6:28 to go in regulation. 4:31 left in the penalty to Troy Loney, who has since departed. Paul Coffey serving that penalty.
The face-offs are gigantic right now.
And it'll be Tononi leaving the puck in the North Stars into Sean Chambers. And they'll put Broughton out here. Yes, they do have him. They have him on the front line working with Dowling and Bobby Smith. The North Stars crank it in. Around to the Penguins near side. After it'll be Randy Gillen. Gillen finds the opening and shoots it away to the North Stars net area. John Casey getting that puck back for Sean Chambers. 4:03 to go in the penalty time to Troy Loney. And here's Chambers up on the play to his own blue line. Chambers now gets a pass off, gets it back. He's into the Penguins end. Lost it to Bryant to Joey Mullen. Wheeled ahead down the left side of the North Stars end. Bobby Smith of Minnesota. Lemieux stalks him. Lemieux trying to take it away. Lemieux is after it, and he worked it down to the North Stars blue line. Mike Modano with the Stars. Giving the puck to Dave Gagne. Gagne back to Modano. And here he comes by Lemieux. Modano with that great speed down the right wing against Pack. He'll come in, take it to the near corner, but Pack got a stick in, knocked it off his stick. Lemieux is after it, can't get it out. Gagne pulls back, look out. Gagne going to the center point, left side of Tenorti. Craig a shot up, Lemieux blocked that. Great play by Lemieux. Loose in front, Jimmy Pack, so cool. Gets it off the boards and up out of the zone. Oh, what a big play by Pack there. The Penguin rookie. Now to center Modano. Modano giving the puck off to Brian Propp, and Gagne races in with 3:05 to go in the major penalty. Pulled off his skates is Gagne. Now in the left wing corner, Gordy Roberts comes up with that puck, and he'll blast it up to take the heat out of the kitchen again. We are down to 2:55 left in the power play. Mark Tenorti of the Stars turned around. Brian Bellows trying to jam his way into the Penguins in. He'll go to the left wing. Coming down, pulls back, trying to play, and the Penguins break it up. Roberts has it. The North Stars have not had a shot on goal here on this power play, and great penalty killing. Bork now seems to the head. He's behind the man. Coming out is Casey, and he knocked it away from Bork before he can get to it. Ronnie Francis with it. 2.5 minutes have gone by. The Penguins have not allowed the North Stars a shot on goal. But don't hold your breath. They're going to give a chance or two, you would figure, before it's all done. Here's Neil Broughton. Broughton to the left wing to Bobby Smith. Into Pittsburgh ice. Stan trying to take him out of the play. And after it'll be Randy Gillen. Gillen shoots it. It comes back out off a stick. And the Penguins trying to work it out. It goes to the left point. Broughton to Minnesota. Put it to the left wing corner. Dahlin right by him. Stan hurries over. Stan lost it. Now in front. Here's Dahlin. He can't turn and shoot it. Joey Mullen takes a man out of the play. Great play by Mullen there, and the Penguins clear. Mullen read that play very well and took Dahlin out of the action. And Stanton then turned it back. 1:55 to go in the power play and a major penalty. And the North Stars trying to tie this game. Gordy Roberts shot it ahead back to center ice, and the North Stars have to go back and set up shop again. Broughton's been out here a long time, trying to get around Lemieux. Gets it off to Bellows into the Penguins in. Bellows on the left wing board. He's stopped on a pass back and goes by everybody back to center. The North Stars regroup again in the neutral ice area. Lemieux takes it away, and he's been possessed in penalty killing here. Back come the Minnesota North Stars. To the left wing, 1:24 to go in the major penalty. Bellows into the Penguins in, drop it back, and the North Stars lose it again, and Ronnie Francis will push that one the length of the ice. 3:13 to go in regulation. 4-3 the Penguins lead. Modano comes up. Bork fell down to the Minnesota end. A penalty coming up and going to be against the North Stars.
John Casey, I think.
Minnesota will be penalized, and the Penguins do not allow the North Stars a shot for almost 4 minutes. Great hockey. We'll be back. Pens 4, North Stars 3 on the Penguins Hockey Network.
They're an incredible collection of stars who play together as a team, and they entertain the heck out of anybody who watches them. To me, we are spoiled because we're seeing some hockey right now. I mean, it's like an all-star team that plays every night, and we're really lucky to be able to watch them, and I think it's a privilege to call the games. Ronnie Francis got the puck, cleared it off the boards. Bill Bork with that tremendous speed. And Casey again way out of the net to play it, and then starting to handle that puck with somebody coming at him. And he stuck his leg out and tripped up Bork, knocked him down. He got a piece of him. That's interference.
So with 3:08 to go in regulation, they'll be at equal strength for 1 minute and 11 seconds. And the Penguins then will get a power play that will last 49 seconds.
Barrasso only had to handle that puck once around the net, and that was when Ulf Dahlin stepped out beside the cage. Remember, he looked like he was going to come out in front with that puck. But Barrasso could see that Dahlin was going to do that, and he read the play beautifully. He poked the puck right off his stick and poked it away from him as he tried to turn out
of the game. The Penguins penalty killing on that play, but it's not over yet. And it's 4-3. The Penguins lead, and the North Stars back within 1. And you've got that situation where they'll be pulling their goaltender going with an extra attack or two should it remain a 1-goal game. Dahlquist leaving the puck for Jimmy Johnson. His pass ahead to Bobby Smith. The North Stars hope to capitalize equal strength right now. They go to the Penguins in, and Dahlquist had to go by him. Bellows on the right side. Bellows whip it over. Almost taken by Recchi. Now Roberts steers it back outside the blue line. And the North Stars touch it, and they're offside at the Penguin line. The Penguins want an intense intentional offside, but that'll not be the call. Will Lemieux bouncing back after missing game 3. A lot of people really stood out on that penalty killing effort. Stanton, Jimmy Pack, Ron Francis, Joey Mullen, Mario Lemieux. But Lemieux just wanted that puck, and you could just see the desire that he had to get to the loose puck and go after it. And Mario Lemieux really coming on strong here in the 4th game.
It's absolutely amazing, Michael. You think when you have the extra man on the ice that automatically gives you a decided advantage, but sometimes it doesn't, because you get away from the game, the stuff that's really making you more effective in the offensive zone. And they were starting to pass the puck and trying to get too meticulous with it, make the perfect play, and the Penguins just gained momentum as they began to frustrate them from making the plays they wanted to make. At even strength, their tendency is more to get in deep with the puck, work it, try to forecheck, send 2 men in on the puck. You don't do that as much on the power play.
Coffey is in the penalty box. When that penalty expires, Deloney in 38 seconds, he'll come on and join the power play. A pretty good coaching move there by Bob Johnson.
Ice it.
And the Penguins shoot it down the near boards. Back up to the Minnesota blue line. Chris Dahlquist backpedaling with Jimmy Johnson. And the pass now relayed to Mike Modano. 2:18 to go in regulation. Modano. And the Penguins leading 4-3. Good right wing pass over to Jimmy Johnson. Johnson put it down the slot. Dahlquist had it poked away by Larry Murphy. And again through to the center ice area. Dave Gagne giving that puck over to the open man Modano. Modano one-arms it into the Penguins end, turns it over, gets to the near corner now. Looks for a trailer. Tenardi lost it to Lemieux, read the play perfectly. Lemieux back 1-1 against Chambers. He beat him. You remember on the goal. Comes in against him, shoots it, and a good save by Casey as he made the stop with his stick. And he turns it over to Mark Tenardi. Lemieux almost scored again. Lemieux putting pressure on. Talk about a guy possessed. Boy, Lemieux has been unbelievable here the last 6-7 minutes. Penguins are on a power play right now for the next 26 seconds. And Minnesota cruises to the Penguins in shorthanded. Mark Bureau shoots one to be deflected. Bill Bourque comes up with it. Bourque down on the right wing to Mark Recchi. And Recchi trying to get to it, but Wilkinson steals. Wilkinson with 13 seconds to go. Lost the puck to Recchi. Into the Minnesota end. Off to Lemieux left side. Back to Recchi. Here he comes. His shot. Glove by Casey. And John Casey holds that one. I think it hit a stick on the way in. And the Penguins are down to 7 seconds to go in the penalty to Casey. And then the North Stars will be at equal strength, and then you've got to think about him, Casey, coming off.
Paul Coffey was on the ice, but I believe he's going to come off now. Gordy Roberts and Ole Samuelson will come on.
Oh, boy. It's right down to the very end. Timeout has been called, I believe, by Minnesota. It's a pretty good time to take it now to discuss what you want to do.
Well, you're getting a real feel for just how difficult it is to win a game in the Met Center in the playoffs.
Not only that, how difficult it is to win any game in any playoff game that you have, no matter where it is. Think about it. We've had some great games already.
Look at Clark. It's Bobby Clark with his face in his hands. And to his right, Andy Murray, who was an assistant coach with the Philadelphia Flyers. Clark brought him along to work with Bob Gainey.
Andy Murray, if I'm not mistaken, and talking to Bill Clement, was a guy responsible for their power play unit in Philadelphia. And Bill Clement, who does the broadcast for them and Sports Channel, just raved about him and said what a great coach he was. So they are well coached. There isn't any question about that. And you can see that in the way they've approached the Penguins. It's been well thought out, and the Penguins are the same way with Minnesota. And this is a really tooth and nail tough series going on right now. The Penguins trying to hold on here with a 4-3 lead. And if they win tonight, they would force a 6th game back here in Minnesota on Saturday. The Penguins have the advantage of the face-off of the Minnesota zone and a power play on here for 7 seconds. Lemieux cruises in to handle the face-off against Bobby Smith.
Well, one thing these teams can't argue about is who has a better fight song.
Here's Mullen now from the face-off to Samuelson. Left side pass over to Roberts. Roberts is going to shoot it down the boards and then behind the net. Penalty is over. Gagne comes on. Or it's Brian Propp, I beg your pardon. And they're at equal strength. Now look for Casey to come out of the net when the North Stars get the opportunity. But the North Stars are facing the best team in the National Hockey League, I believe, at scoring shorthanded empty net goals with the firepower that the Penguins have, including Lemieux. Lemieux putting pressure on the North Stars when only in 48 seconds to go in regulation. Glenn comes out. Lemieux reached in and knocked it off his stick again. Mario has just been a terror here. The defensively for the Penguins. Samuelson gets after it around the near board. Lemieux looking for the puck again, and Bourque is there one more time. They battle it to the near corner. Casey's off. The extra attacker is on. Lemieux fighting for it. Here's Tenorti of Minnesota. Cuts behind the Penguin net. Around to the far side. Tenorti comes out. Where's he going to go? Roberts is all over him. They play it. Samuelson comes up with it. Can he clear it out off the boards? Lemieux goes after it again. Up to Mullen. Empty net. He has Bourque open. Gives it to Bourque. 18 to go. Bourque comes in. He shoots and scores. And the Penguins make it 5-3. And are at least going 6, it appears, in this series. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe Elvis has just left the building. Bill Bourque gets the empty netter, and I'm telling you, this Penguin team is a tough one to score an equalizer against and not be scored upon.
You think Mario Lemieux played well defensively here since the 5-minute major was called?
Incredible hockey by number 66. He did not score a point tonight, and I tell you right now, I would have to make him in my top 3 stars in the game. Absolutely would.
I think Phil Bourque played a great game for the Penguins tonight, too. He worked so hard. He drew that penalty that really took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, for sure, because it came at the end of that major penalty.
Bourque 6th, and Lemieux and Mullen will get assist on it, I believe. 10 seconds to go. The Penguins are coming home, tied at 2. Jimmy Johnson down the right wing board, shoots it in. And it goes to Pack. Pack plays it away. 1 second. It's all over. So the Penguins solve the jinx in the Met Center here, and they win a game in this series here in this building. What they had to do, they knew that going into this 3-game set, as it's going to turn out now against the North Stars. In order to win the Stanley Cup, they had to win a game here, and they now will return home with a victory over the North Stars, and the series tied at 2. Bourque, his 6th goal of the playoffs from Mullen and Lemieux. Mario does get an assist on it, so he does get a point on the night. And the Penguins a happy bunch. When Lemieux giving him a big spark, particularly in the 3rd period. Tommy Barrasso, the North Stars ended up, Paul, with 38 shots on goal. They did not get a shot on goal. This is how well the Penguins played defensively from that 5-minute major on at 13:03, the final 7 minutes of the game, and maybe more than that. They did not have a shot on goal on Tom Barrasso. And the Penguins are going to have a gigantic lift going to Game 5. We'll be back in a moment. Penguins win it 5-3 over Minnesota on the Penguins Hockey Network.
Hi, ladies. I hate to tell you this, but tonight's game is sold out, but I am happy to tell you that there's a season ticket plan for every fan. Just listen. And all the plans come at a great discount. The full season plan gives you the biggest per game discount of all. You won't miss a minute of action as you'll get tickets to all 41 regular season home games. Full season purchasers can take advantage of the only 12-month payment plan in all of professional sports. That's as long as 12 months over which to spread the cost of your season tickets, and it's all interest-free. Full season ticket holders can also take advantage of a ticket return plan and their own personal sales representative, somebody who's always just a phone call away. With the People's Choice Plan, you choose the 30 games you want to attend. That's the 30 games you want to see at a discounted per game price. The half-season plan gives you 2 options. The Gold plan is 20 pre-selected games, and the Black plan gives you 21 pre-selected home games, all at a great discount. The Sampler plan gives you a choice of 4 different pre-selected 10 and 11 game mini plans, again at a great discount. The Flex Coupon Book features 10 discounted coupons, each redeemable for a Penguins ticket. The coupons can be used in any combination, 1 coupon for each of 10 games, 2 coupons for each of 5 games, or all 10 coupons for 1 game. As I said, with the Penguins, there's a plan for every fan. All season ticket plans and Flexbook holders will receive playoff ticket priority over the general public. For information on Penguin ticket plans, just call 642-PENS. Operators are standing by now to take your call. Looking for a great night out for 20 or more of your friends, relatives, or co-workers? Try a Penguin home game. Groups of 20 or more can receive a great discount. Just pick a game and call the Pens at 642-PENS. If you're more interested in tickets for individual Penguins games, then call 333-SEAT. Those operators are seated. What's that number again for season tickets?
642-PENS.
You got it.
I want this motorcycle. I gotta have this motorcycle. My life is nothing without this motorcycle.
Suzuki's can't beat the deal days. It's 0 down and 9.9% financing on a Katana 750, Intruder 800, or RF 900R. Can't beat the deal days from Suzuki.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
See your Suzuki dealer or call 1-800-828-RIDE.
Before you order an ice brewed beer,
Ice me.
Remember, all ice beers start cold. But most are heat pasteurized. Not cool. So ask for...
But ice.
It's ice brewed and cold filtered, so it starts cold and stays cold.
You got any ice?
Get real cold with Icy Smooth Bud Ice and new 96-calorie Bud Ice Light.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pule, pule. Aguánteme, aguánteme. Viejo, viejo.
Brought to you locally by your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer, Dick's Clothing and Sporting Goods, and Health America.
Presentation of Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup hockey on the KBL Sports Network.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's game, the fourth game of the 1991 Stanley Cup Finals, and really the pivotal game. I think if you talk to most people involved, for the second time in the series, the Penguins battle back to even things, but facing a Minnesota team that had already set a record for power play goals in a playoff season and shutting them down for almost 4 minutes without a shot-on goal stand. And I think from then on, it was all Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the penalty kill was remarkable and certainly one of the highlights in Penguin Stanley Cup history. Tomorrow night when we resume, it'll be Game 5 back in Pittsburgh. And the starting time tomorrow night, 9 o'clock here on KBL. We'll see you then.
Hey, you want to be like a Stanley Cup champion? Well, support your life-saving team and give blood. Remember, every day there are people desperately needing blood, ill or injured patients that need your help. Call and make an appointment today to give blood.
Since 1929, one insurance agency has stood apart in the AK Valley by providing outstanding customer service. The Altany Insurance Agency. For the